welcome back to the Citizen channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. And our match day programme, watch the away version, where we actually give them a rating as well. We have a little table. So today we're going to go over to Molineux. Yes, we're going to go over to Molineux, go over to Wolves. Did very well last season, actually. I think they finished third last season. Excellent, yeah. So we're going to have a look at this one today. Please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications so these vlogs are coming out. I do all things City, past, present and forever, of course, and little magazine vlogs like this, just having a look at various things. And if you do like collecting programs yourself, just leave your comments, or any comments you can make on this vlog, or anything to do with City, it doesn't matter. Just leave us your comments. You haven't got time to give us a comment, I mean, give us a little thumbs up, guys. It's nice to get views, etc. It's nice to get thumbs up as well. It's like being on Twitter and you get your likes, isn't it? It's nice to get lots of likes and people appreciating. And it's the same with YouTube. Some of you may have a YouTube channel yourself. It's always nice to get a thumbs up. So if you can do that for me, that'd be wonderful. And my thanks again. Just in this feature, we've got at Brandy GPX for the Wolves 3-0 match day image, with Mr. Grealish there. Brandy's doing a similar thing for every game, so you can sort of, if you give him a follow, and you can get all just a one-off image summing up every game of the season. So it's a great little project that Brandy's doing. So give him a follow and keep a great record of the 22-23 season. My thanks there for that image that's been on screen. Right, on to the programme itself. Yeah, we're looking at, so far we've looked at West Ham, which currently head the table at 7.5 out of 10. Behind them, just still on 7.5 out of 10, but not quite as good as Newcastle. And last time out, we had a look at Villa's programme, which just got a basic 6 out of 10, which is my lowest standard score, if you like. What I would probably rate the City programme a 6 out of 10. So we've had 3 so far, so this is the 4th. So as I said, a lot of potential with this one based on last season's, that's for sure. Not the greatest cover. It's just a bit bland. I do like a little bit more quirkiness in my covers. And I flick through it, it doesn't look packed, actually. It's actually, once you start looking through it, it's more packed than it looks. But it's well laid out, very modern setup, and well laid out in this. There's only 19 pages that I can see of ads and promo stuff, so that's about 23%, which is about average. It's not too bad. And of course, say similar to last year, that Modern Lane lookout, exactly the same last year, and a couple to start with in the programme. A great couple of images will be little snippets on screen there, but I want to show you these in more detail. Obviously, City had a similar thing, didn't they? Obviously, with the passing of the Queen, unfortunately. Obviously, a lot of those images have, so if you won the FA Cup, City had a similar picture as well. But this was a good one that they had as well, which is the rest in peace, Your Majesty. And obviously, it was she wasn't going to Molineux to watch a football match. It was to sort of give the colours out to a couple of some troops, some of the units, army units. But I think that's a fantastic picture. So, as I said, a great picture. And of course, just thought we'd start with that. Getting into the programme, getting into the meat of the programme, if you like, the football stuff. In the specific City section, there's 10 pages, and it's a great mix. Yeah, a great mix of stuff, not just the usual player profiles, but you've got stuff like magic moments, so it picks certain time things from our past, obviously including the 93-20, etc., etc. And it does our last 5 games, a bit of a sum up, a newspaper type piece on sort of KDB, Akanji, Haaland and Pep. 4 pages on previous matchups with images, from 1952 right up to last season. And yes, the Wolves 2, Manchester City 1 League Cup final is in there. We can never escape that. I think it's every time I picked a Wolves programme up, it's been in there, and obviously in some City programmes as well, because it's history, all right? It's not great history, but it's history, and that was my first visit to Wembley, so every time it doesn't hurt as much now looking at it, but I say it does just sort of make you go like that when you look at these pictures. Remember that could have been a glorious day, and it wasn't. So apart from obviously the normal manager stuff, the captain stuff, the players, the chairman, the coffee maker, the staff interviews, under 21s, under 23s, under 18s, women's stuff, is there anything else quirky and interesting? Well, thankfully there is. There's lots of others said. It's a good City section. You've got a section called After the Final Whistle. which takes the reader through a player's match day routine, basically from the moment the final whistle blows. So I don't know if that's a one-off or pick the goalkeeper for this one. Away from the action, ask the player what he gets up to in his free times. That's a similar theme. So they pick one of the newer players who's just joined, and obviously one of the new foreign imports, if you like. And obviously what he's seen as he gone to see such and such in Wolverhampton, etc., etc. That's interesting, even for a non-Wolves fan. Interesting enough, Joleon Lescott's in it, and it's a piece on the best of all the things. What's his favourite game? You know, what was his club as a kid? Stuff like this. But interesting enough, even though he played for City, it's mainly nothing on City in it. And I thought, oh, it's Joleon Lescott. There'll be some sort of crossover, but even though he was an ex-City player as well, there's not really. So, but it is an interesting piece on Joleon Lescott. 50 years on, pretty self-explanatory. That's a historian looking back on Wolves 50 years ago to the very day. The global stage, that's a good one as well. It goes back to 1950 World Cup. England were in it. Yes, we were in the 1950 World Cup. And it just looks how Wolves players at the time fared on international duty, you know, for their clubs. Obviously, England, it was Billy Wright at the time, Bert Williams and Jimmy Mullen. So very, very good. What about the kids? Well, sadly, not a lot for the kids. There's no quiz or spot the difference, etc., etc. But they do have a little pull-out thing at the back. You would have seen it on there. But obviously, it's little cards perforated, and obviously you can get like a classic match. So it's obviously Wolves 3, City 2, so typical. But there you go. And obviously, little first team at the women's team and the academy. And obviously, you can get the kids can get their autographs. So it's four little cards that perforated, so they can be used. But that's about it really for the kids, apart from who the mascots are, stuff like that. So a little bit disappointed from that. But yeah, overall, I liked it. I like. It didn't seem that much in it from a glance through, but there's a lot of good information. Certainly some good stuff on City and some good history stuff as well, and quirky. I like the fact that they have been a little bit quirky. You know what the players get up to after the final whistle. What they managed to see the sights of Wolverhampton. And things like that. So yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. Not the usual boring, just simple interview. So I'm gonna only just, but there's room to manoeuvre when you've got a top score of 7.5, isn't there? So I'm going to put this to the top for now, just because of how you say it's a good little read, and more so in a minute when I explain how much it costs you. If you're very quick, they've still got these at the Wolves shop. But I'm going to put this up top spot with 8 out of 10. I was quite impressed with this. It's compact. It's not fallen apart yet when I've been bending the pages and stuff like that, which is a good thing. So yeah, I like it. I say it's just a good read. I mean, you probably would have seen the animation there, but that thing with the sort of history going back to 1886, 87, sort of when they started off. Obviously, it's a running thing through the program. But just great to have that cartoon thing, and even reading that and reading the stuff on that's interesting. So yeah, I will put it to the top. As I said, it was a close run thing. I could have easily given it 7.5, like the other two, I think, and still stuck it top. But I'll give it 8. I just think it's a worthy effort. It is £4, so it's a little bit of a downer. £4 for 84 pages. Some clubs are still doing £3.50, but obviously most clubs are going for the £4 format. Or if you're City, going for the £5 in the Champions League. As I said, availability, yes, it is still available at the Wall Shop, guys. So if you want to get onto the Wall Shop, and they don't charge you postage, so it's just £4, which is the cover price. You can get it from the Wall Shop. It'll be a lot dearer on the internet, that's for sure. So get onto the Wolves site. You don't have to join or anything. Just check out as a guest, £4. And I literally got that within 3 days of ordering it, which wasn't bad going. I don't think they use the Royal Mail, so that's probably why it was good, because they're on strike at the moment. So I wouldn't have got it the day I got this, that's for sure. So there you go. Well done, Wolves. You've gone to the top of the league. Next time out, it will be, of course, Liverpool away. So we'll look forward to that one anyway. Thanks for joining me. Guys, please leave your comments. Until we meet again, that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.